How's it going, guys? Today I'm going to be featuring another match in the Ohio. In this one, I've actually gone back to using Optimus Prime, mainly because I decided to use Hoshino for Vermont, and I really like Hoshino on Vermont, and I think I can get away with not using Hoshino for Ohio, especially being an aggressive player and trying to use an aggressive ship. Trying to push in HE spam just absolutely melts ships when you use Hoshino, which does kind of suck, but at the same time, having that reload, the extra heal, obviously can be a meme sometimes, but still, kind of using Hoshino for Vermont, which I think is much more useful. Schlieffen, sailing flat broadside, we get some nutty looking dispersion, super flat, and well, we get a triple citadel on that Vermont and do 50k damage to him. So we're just under our second stack of plotting room. I honestly don't understand how we had that accuracy, especially using running with scissors. We have 3% worse dispersion. Another Schlieffen charging in, but unfortunately he's too close to the island, so we're not going to be able to try and smash him as well. But yeah, I don't know. I think my biggest gripe when using Prime in a secondary build was always that we just couldn't reach a lot of the cruisers because them having beyond range just gives them more range than we do at our base, which kind of does suck and honestly causes me more problems than I would like. And I guess the difference in this build, I guess I decided to use Enrique Fernandez to kind of make up for the lost range, and we've kind of always been using our the booster that gives us like another 3% range. So I guess in reality, we're not actually that much shorter range than if we're just to use something like Flammable Cannoneer that gives you 8%, so 2% range. I'm pretty sure Ohio with just Flammable Cannoneer is like 18.4 or so, and right now our Ohio range is 18.1, so we're not really that far off. But still, not being able to reach cruisers and being outranged by cruisers HE spamming does definitely suck. Schlieffen that we nuked, just YOLOing in at this point. Not really sure what our team's doing. They haven't been able to kill him. I guess they're just letting their secondaries finish him off while they focus the other Schlieffen. But I still kind of want this, as we did do most of the damage. But it's also going to help us with our with getting an additional 5% damage. Schlieffen turns in to hide behind the island, and he also pops a heal. So we can shoot a salvo and finish him off. Enemy Shima gets spotted behind the Schlieffen. Maybe it's skill to rebuild that's actually keeping him alive, not really sure. But we do finally finish off the Schlieffen. Our friendly GK had pushed in, and well, he did find the Shima, but he also found Shima Torps and Schlieffen Torps while pushing in. So kind of unfortunate. There's just a lot of torps for him to dodge. San Luis, not really sure what he's been doing. He was originally spotted pushing in, and then all of a sudden he's kind of just like sailing at like quarter speed at the back. So we take a pot shot, and we also get some pretty good looking dispersion for the San Luis as we land another Citadel. Take half his HP, he eats one Z52 Torp. But now that he ate the Torp, he's kind of kiting away. We're in a pretty good position, kind of waiting for the second Schlieffen to leave that island. But if he doesn't leave, then our Z52 that has captured B can definitely go deal with him. And we also have a friendly Schlieffen kind of just chilling at sea as well. San Luis turning back in, kind of hoping for another pot shot at him, because it doesn't seem like he's gonna try to dodge. There's also a lot of islands, and when we shoot, we might be able to stay unspotted, which then he's definitely not expecting the shells. Z52 dump torps for Schlieffen since he's just sitting there at the island. If Schlieffen goes down, then there's not really going to be a reason for me to stick around, especially because the enemy team is pushing through A, and our team is basically sitting in spawn at A, so there's kind of an opportunity to get some crossfires while they try to push our team in spawn. San Luis barely gets into range, and we take a pot shot. Ohio shells are pretty slow, and unfortunately I underlead that. No hits, but I also don't really want to stick around here because the enemy team is pushing. If we can get some broadsides, we can get more damage that way. Schlieffen still just sitting behind the island, not really sure what his plan was. I mean, he pushed into the objective, captured it, then just kind of sat there while his team was dying around him. And, well, ideally, Z52 over there, he can go deal with the Shima, and we don't have to worry about it. But now, opportunity to push into the middle of the map and get crossfires on the ships that have pushed through A. There is a defense that was pretty aggressive and pushed through A very early. There's also a Musashi and Montana over there. So a lot of things that we consider now, and getting this crossfire position in the middle of the map is going to be pretty spicy. Took a pot shot at the Shima, hoping to maybe help our Schlieffen get rid of him. But unfortunately, Shima's engine gets knocked out. He might have not had unstoppable, and he slows down enough that our shells miss. Kind of assuming Z52 goes over there to finish off the Shima, and ideally he would, but I think he's more interested in shooting at the San Luis. Ships at A are just staying unspotted. Our team is all huddled in like one square above A, so not really gonna expect anything to be spotted. I do need to worry about getting spotted myself and then focused by all of their ships at the same time, especially their Vermont that's still currently in their spawn. San Luis, super low, he's on fire, but he actually ends up DCPing right before he ends up dying, and we're able to also secure our second kill. We also get a Pitadel, which is kind of tragic, but Montana gets spotted, pushing in. He's not really suspecting us, so we didn't get spotted when we shot. Enemy defense right on our team's forehead. If he reverses far enough, we can absolutely nuke him. I do have running with scissors in this build, like I mentioned earlier, so our turrets turn pretty quickly, and our rear turrets are now on target just like our fronts. Montana, definitely not suspecting. Flat broadside, decent looking salvo. I'm not really sure what it is, but our accuracy this match has been pretty good. We take 2/3 of Montana's HP, but now that we absolutely smashed him, he's gonna start trying to angle to us, and he's, well, eventually gonna go broadside to the rest of our team. Musashi also comes out around the corner, so I decide to pop my funny button in order to, I guess, get fires on him and hopefully burn him down with secondaries, since we do have a secondary build. Our salvo at Montana was looking pretty good, but unfortunately, again, he did turn a little more broadside for our team in our spawn, and our friendly Yamato finished him off, which kind of sucks. That would have been our third, but instead we get an assist. Enemy Vermont also starts pushing in. Musashi starts reversing away, so I decide to move forward a bit, see if we can try to mitigate what's shooting at me. Also still waiting for the enemy defense, not sure if he's trying to reverse and maybe get an angle on us to torpedo. Maybe he turned around and is gonna try to YOLO us or something. So I'm kind of keeping my guns on that side. I just need to make sure I stay angled to the Vermont. He starts turning to use all of his guns, so I just turn my front guns and I try to take a pot shot. But after this pot shot, I definitely need to worry about the Musashi and defense. Ideally, our team would have actually pushed on that A flank since there is no destroyer and he was spotted on the other side. I should also note that our Z52 didn't deal with the Shima and is coming over this way to go and torp the Vermont. So we kind of just left the enemy Shima to I guess sail around and do what he does, I guess. Enemy defense gets spotted. I'm assuming he's going to try to go forward, but he does decide to reverse more, and I think he's broadside enough that we're going to get some citadels here. But unfortunately, we only get pens, so not enough damage. Vermont still pushing in. Defense shooting at us instead of the friendly battleships that are in our spawn. Musashi still just sitting there, not really sure what he's doing. Gotta worry about the Shima now though, because our Z52 decided not to chase him. I mean, I guess we could have assumed maybe he was trying to chase the Shima, but their Shima is actually behind us. He is in our spawn, basically right behind me, and he gets spotted right now. He's, yep. So our Z52, let him go. I guess I kind of spoiled that, because we didn't know if the Z52 was actually chasing the Shima or not. But it turns out Shima is behind us and went to torpedo our friendly ships in spawn. So, yeah, Musashi pushes out again, hoping our secondaries can set some fires again. Since our guns are pointed at him, might as well take a pot shot. Vermont is also bowing, so we're also hoping our secondaries can set fires on him as well. Enemy Worcester on the border decides to start pushing in. He's full HP. Obviously going to be an issue if he's left to farm us with HE, and he can reach us at our max range. So again, if we didn't have Enrique Fernandez, we'd be outranged by a cruiser right now, which again is probably my biggest gripe with battleship range in this game. Sucks when cruisers, especially with small caliber guns, can outrange you. But luckily, I don't know what he did, he kind of just slowed down and stopped. We also had running with scissors active, so we had additional damage, 15% additional damage on top of our 2 stacks of legendary plotting room. Vermont is a circle, can't really angle a circle, so we aim under his front turrets and we land a citadel, and well, Vermont doesn't really have a whole lot of HP. Our secondaries have been burning him down, and he's trying to get his rear turrets on target here, going a little more broadside, and that gives us an opportunity to finish him off with our rear turrets. Shima being chased down by our 2 battleships. He's very low, but it seems like our team is struggling. Musashi still shooting, still sitting there. You see our friendlies shoot the Shima, and they're missing, so I was kind of assuming they were not gonna let, or they were rather gonna let that Shima get away. Musashi starts reversing away. I load HE because I'm kind of assuming at this point he's just gonna bow and reverse away as much as he can, and well, might as well shoot HE and we'll get more damage, start fires, especially being in running with scissors and having 4 stacks of plotting room. So we're getting an additional, what is 20 plus 15, at 35% damage. So I'm kind of assuming our shells are just going to absolutely smack him, and well, being bow in, HE obviously the better ammunition to shoot. We don't have a whole lot of time. We need 1 more kill for a Kraken, so we're just gonna go for it, and well, hopefully it doesn't get yoinked from anyone. We get around the corner. Musashi not in the cap, so he's reversing. Just need to make sure we stay angled enough to the point that we don't actually get Deathstruck trying to turn in. But for some reason, this Musashi is broadside. So thinking that I was going to shoot HE at a bow in reversing Musashi, I'm shooting HE at a broadside Musashi. Luckily, our friendly Montana missed and underled the Musashi. So yeah, this is going to be ours. At least it should be. Secondaries struggling to hit because we don't have Haruna, because we have Fernandez. We get Citadel through the bow, but luckily our secondaries still shooting. Our guns are definitely going to load before our Montanas, so there's no way we don't get this kill. Secondaries start a fire, but also land another pen in its superstructure, and we actually finish off the Musashi with another 300k match with Ohio. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. We did use Hoshino, and we got close to 300k a couple times, but we never actually passed it, and then now all of a sudden when we go back to Prime, we get 300k. Kind of strange. Maybe I'm just more comfortable with Optimus Prime or something. Doesn't really make sense on paper, but I mean, I guess that's just sometimes how the cookie crumbles. I don't know. But another 300k under the belt. Don't know what number we're at. 7? 8 maybe? But yeah, Optimus Prime. I guess maybe I was wrong. Maybe we don't need Hoshino. I mean, again, our biggest gripe was not reaching cruisers, so we had beyond range, and then it was nice to have like a 20-second reload as he took damage. But yeah, obviously, don't really need the reload. For whatever reason, RNG just blessed us this entire match. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and subscribe for more, and share it with your friends. Or leave a comment down below on other ships you want to see in the future. But anyway guys, till next time, aloha.